This video is sponsored by my good friends over at Donner. Today we're going to be taking a look at their DB-P300 powered pedal board. Powered pedal boards are so great. First off, we're going to show you, read your instruction manual, guys. Keep that around. Got a lot of cool stuff in the bag, but obviously we're going to take a look at the pedal board itself. This is the DB-P300. Looks beautiful straight out of the bag. Great little carrying case there. You got all the Velcro on there. We have our power supply ports up at the top. I know this shot is blurry, but we will address that later on, and we will talk about that more. And then obviously you have all of these goodies right here. You got the power supply, some daisy chains. We have some zip ties and some Velcro strips. So here we are once again with the DB-P300 powered pedal board. I know you can't see my beautiful face behind this big thing, by Donner. This is an absolutely beautiful looking pedal board. And right out of the box, or bag, whatever you want to call it, it feels like it's made pretty well. I mean, it's got some nice wood pieces on the side. The bars where you put your pedals are made of some nice metal material here, so it looks like it'll hold up to you stomping vigorously on all of your various stomp boxes you got down there. And we are going to be putting some on here and testing it out just to see how everything kind of works. So before we get into that, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification, the like button, all that kind of good stuff. I greatly appreciate it. It helps support the channel. And once again, thank you, Donner, for sponsoring this video. They've sponsored a lot of videos recently, and they've been a great supporter of the channel. So again, thank you very much, Donner. Make sure you check out their website. I'll leave a link down there in the description. So what do we have with the pedal board here to put on it? Well, we have a couple of really nice pedals. We're going to keep it Donner related. So I do have more pedals than just these, obviously, but I figured for this video, since it's Donner, we'll keep it all Donner. I do have a couple more Donner pedals besides just the ones that you guys know about, like this one right here. So this is the Donner Verb Square. This is a tiny reverb pedal. I bought this one myself way back. I use this thing all the time. It lives on my pedal board. So really cool reverb. Check that out. To go with the reverb, obviously you gotta have a nice delay. This is the Donner Yellow Fall delay. These are really cool delays as well. Again, another mini pedal that I bought myself a little while back. Again, go check those out. Really cool. Then we have this one right here. This one's also a really cool pedal. This is the Triple Threads. This is Jack White's pedal. This was made in collaboration with Donner and Third Man Hardware. We'll also put this on there because this is also a really cool pedal. And then a little bit of a sneak peek into what we're going to be doing here. I have this right here. This is the Arena 2000. This is a giant multi-effects unit. I've been messing around with this a little bit. Donner also sent this one out to me for a video. We'll be doing a separate video on that, but we're going to put it on the pedal board today, so stick around. Make sure you subscribe so we can take a look at that Arena 2000. And again, if you want to go check out the Triple Threat pedal, I have a video on that as well. So enough talking. Let's go ahead and take all of these things in this bag here and put it on this pedal board. So one thing that I promised I would show you really quickly is a better look at the back of the power supply here. So this does have a built-in power supply, and powered pedal boards are awesome because you have the power supply right here at the top. The only cable that you really need for power is the power cable, obviously. It plugs right there, plug it into a wall. It is graciously provided by Donner in the bag of goodies that you get there. And then all of these are what you run your pedals to. So like, for example, if you had this one here, instead of having another power supply running or some kind of weird daisy chain, if it's sitting here, you just run a little cable from here to here, and it keeps it all kind of centralized, and it keeps it nice and neat looking, because a lot of pedal board people or people that use their pedal boards could really benefit from some kind of class on how to keep their cables in order. Cable management, that's what I was trying to say. This one's really interesting because it's got various different power ports here, voltage, wattage, whatever. It's got different types. So you see what I'm saying here. So you got a bunch of 9 volts, then you have a 12 volt, then you have an 18 volt. Maybe resistance is the word I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I'm not big into electricity, whatever. Then you have a USB out here, which is kind of cool. So that is really the meat and potatoes of the power supply here. Let's go ahead and plug in some pedals and see how well it works. All right, so first and foremost, let's go ahead and arrange our pedals here. So we're going to start with the big boy here because I think that's going to be the best bet. So we're going to put the Arena 2000, again, video coming on this soon. This is a really cool multi-effects pedal. As you can see, all of the controls are at the top, so I think it would be best if we try to put this up towards the top. That way all of the cables that need to run back to the power supply can run back, and then if we run it into an amp or anything like that, it can all run straight back. We don't have any pedal, because if we put it down here, and this is just like a short lesson in cable management and pedal management. If you run it down here and then you put, the triple threat, even right here, I mean, obviously that's blocking all of your ports, right? So let's put this back here. And I don't have any Velcro or anything on there. I'm just trying to lay it out so we can see, and then we'll do all that later. Then we're going to take the triple threat, speaking of which, and I thought about putting it right here because, again, all your ports are on the back. So if we put it on the back right here, move this over a little bit, it looks like it fits there perfectly. Maybe even move it up just a little bit. So if we put some Velcro down there, I mean, we would have all of our ports in the back here, towards the back, power supplies here. Everything is going to be short, sweet, to the point. Then I think we can take our Donner reverb and we can start it off down here. Now, again, I have other pedals. I have overdrives and all that kind of stuff that I'll probably rearrange it and put it in the correct signal chain order. But just to show you guys, you can literally take, if you have the big ones here, all this at the top, these right here that have, because there's plenty of room. If you move it down, there's plenty of room to get the angled, right here. I don't know if you can see it, but let's pull it out of the bag here, where you can get these angled pieces behind it. There's plenty of room because they're not very long, right? So you can get those powered there, run it underneath or even beside it, however you want to do it, to the back of the power supply here, and then you have a little bit of room in between to put your connections to chain them together. Sorry, not sure why the camera focused or went out of focus there, but either way, varying opinions on how you want to set up your pedal board. I think if you put your big stuff in the back or your longer things in the back, especially if they have the ports in the back of the pedal itself, and then you can put all of the, because this is really a good amount of space to put, if you have a bunch of these mini pedals, you can fit a ton of these down here. Or if you have, bigger pedals, you could put, a couple of mini pedals here, and then maybe like a bigger one here, and then you still have all this space here. The space on this pedal board is really, really nice. I love how much space there is. And again, it's built nicely. So if we were to put, and this has already got a Velcro strip on it, so we put it, right here, we may need a little bit more room for a patch cable here. In fact, I have a patch cable, so let's go ahead and just see. So if we were to plug, like that one in, I think this one's down here a little bit lower. So yeah, we would probably need to space it out a little bit more here. And again, there's no Velcro on the reverb, but and if you could always tuck this later on, but just to see how close you need to get them, you can get these relatively close and then tuck all of this underneath it, or move it as you need to. But you want to test how your connections are going to be. As you can see there, the Velcro fell off there. But you want to test and see if your patch cables are even going to fit before you start actually securing everything down. Speaking of Velcro, you do get 2 rolls of Velcro with it, so you can go ahead and put it on the back of your pedals, stick them here. These are the rough part of the Velcro, the one with the little hooks, and then on the pedal board itself, it is the soft part of the Velcro. And then I know I mentioned something about daisy chains earlier. You do get 2 packs here. Looks like these are longer, these are shorter, something like that. As you can tell, I've not really taken them out and looked at them too much here. Oh, they're not really daisy chains. They're individual cables, so that's even better. That's even better. So there are a bunch of individual cables. I believe you get 5 short ones. And then I can only assume here that it is 4 long ones. So lots of power cables here, lots of options to keep everything nice and clean and tidy on your pedal board. And then obviously you get the power supply. So yeah, and then the zip ties. I know people use zip ties on pedal boards. I'm honestly not entirely sure what they're used for. Maybe to tie the cables down. Maybe it's a way to secure pedals. I'm honestly not sure. But I think as a start, I'm going to take this Velcro strip off of here because it's done for. I think that is a pretty good start for all of the Donner stuff that we have. So now that I've already talked to you for 5 minutes about pedal management, let's go ahead and actually plug it in and put it to the test and see how this power supply works. All right, so now I have the pedal board set up. This is a simple setup. This isn't anything that I'm probably going to keep around. I'm going to change it up a little bit, but just to show you guys how reliable this pedal board is. So again, strictly Donner pedals. I have some other pedals that I will be adding to this at some point, but I have them all Velcroed down. So as you can see, they're safe and secure. They're not going anywhere. And that's a simple process too. I didn't film this process because I know that's long and tedious and boring and you guys didn't want to watch me do that, but you want to take the Velcro strips here that Donner give you, and you want to measure them out on the pedals, kind of where you think that they're going to lay, you know, on the Velcro strips that are on the pedal board. You don't want to go end to end, so you don't want to be like, oh, that's, you know, you don't want any overhang. You want to leave them just slightly short, maybe like an inch off of each end of each pedal. So like, you know, for here I went like that or whatever. Did all that, so they are on there nice and secure. If it's a bigger pedal like this, you want to try to get both rows of strips. This one sits in a spot where even if I were to use this expression pedal, which again, we'll talk more about this in another video, it's not gonna, you know, rock unless I'm like pushing it forward, it's not really gonna go anywhere. So you wanna make sure that they're on there nice and secure. Awesome. We used the power supplies. We plugged all of the pedals in. We ran them under the board. This is basic cable management. People are like pros at this and they can do it a lot better than this. But again, run them under the pedal board. They are plugged into the back of the power supply there. And in this clip I'm showing you now, when you plug it in, it will light up and show you that it is good to go. Now, obviously there are some other connections I need to make, like connecting, you know, these pedals to this pedal and this pedal, this pedal. Obviously I still need to do all that, but this is just to show you again, before you go to use it, that it is super easy to set up, super secure. Everything powers on. It's all good. It's great. And this is so handy because again, you don't really have to take all these pedals off, because in this bag that you get, I mean, it stretches, it's big, it opens up nice and wide. So you can literally just take this pedal board, everything's still plugged in, unplug the power, put it in your bag, zip it up, you're good to go. And just to reiterate, showing you guys that they are on there secure, I am holding it with them upside down and all sideways and all that kind of stuff, and they're not going anywhere. So the Velcro strips on there are nice and sturdy, and I'm going to try to set this down now without breaking my arm, because that is rather heavy because it's made of some nice quality metal. So the DB-P300, this is a really great pedal board. Everything works as advertised, powers everything up. I did test all of the connections here while they're powered in, or powered on rather, plugged in and all that kind of stuff. They all turn on. They're all great. Obviously, like I said, I didn't plug it into an amp or anything because we're not going to notice a sound difference or anything, right? I am still going to set this up. I do still have a lot of work to set this up to my taste and everything. And again, well, I was going to grab my other little pedal board, but I have another little pedal board over here that's got 3 other pedals. I've got, you know, 2 other pedals over here. Maybe a pedal amp or 2 can go on here. There's a lot of room to work on this pedal board. And again, it's built great. Everything works. The power supply is good. And you want to have a power supply built into your pedal board. That makes life so much easier, especially if you're a gigging musician and you use a big pedal board. And obviously, the bigger the better, right? Not everybody needs a million pedals, but if you got the room, why not? And luckily, Donner has a lot of great pedals at their disposal. They got a ton of mini pedals, so you could fit, you know, all kinds of mini pedals on here. They have the triple threat pedal. They have this Arena 2000, which I promise we'll talk about that. I keep mentioning that, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video coming out, because that's going to be a really interesting video. And they've just got all kind of stuff. So make sure you check out Donner's website. There is a link in the description. That is not an affiliate link, but I would greatly appreciate if you just go over there and tell Donner, hey, your buddy Electric Flamingo sent me. And I would greatly appreciate that. So go check out this pedal board, man. It is a great thing to have as either a gigging musician, or even if you're just stay at home and you want a big, fancy, nice pedal board to play with. The DB-P300, thumbs up. I love it. 10 out of 10. Great. Thank you again, Donner, for sponsoring this video and for helping the channel so much lately. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.